Right, welcome back. Last time we finished that war with Mexique, grabbing uh, practically all their territory south of this province. Yeah, in actuality, all of their territories south of this province. Most of which went to me, but a couple provinces went elsewhere. So, indirect control. And then I went ahead and declared war on Tleka. The war is going well, despite the 0% war score. That mainly has to do with lost battles because, well, my vassals have trouble maneuvering around here. And to be honest, so do I. There's so many forts in this area. Zone of control and whatnot. So it's fun moving around. I hope to eventually go against Kaksanes as well as Tsinsun-san in order to grab even more territory. And hopefully, potentially, New Spain as well. Hopefully Castile goes ahead and loses enough war enthusiasm for me to take them on. Grab a lot of, well, maybe not all of them, but most of their northern territories. And some southern territories as well. Special focus going on to the rest of the provinces in Honduras. Maybe some in Nicaragua as well, though these provinces can wait. Down here in Panama. They're just too far away. I'm already going a bit fast when it comes to conquest lately. Though that is partially to do with the fact that a lot of it is going to my vassal states, rather than to me directly. Oh well. I also have plans to annex Zapotec as soon as possible, because they don't have commercialization or the ability to gain it, so... yeah. French Pacific Islands. Ah, the French in paradise. Additionally, my next planned reforms, which involve, well, it really involves changes to the military organization and whatnot. This requires me to upgrade this. This requires this, which is another thing I want, requires me to upgrade this. And this requires reforms that I cannot do at the moment because the latest conquests have decreased my average state reach, which is great. So yeah, serious problems. At least this province is finally majority Mayan, so that's not an issue anymore. Or well, maybe not majority, but plurality Mayan. Alright, when is this over? 1667 October. Right, I'll be invading around that time. Oh yeah, France is not Catholic. What are they again? Reformed. A Calvinist, right. The base game is called Reformed. It's also, well, okay, it's not surprising that Bohemia is Hussite. Also, could touch her Lutheran, but Calvinist seems more popular, which is a bit odd, since that was by far the most pushed back against one, because it was very much against the powers of the time. What was I saying? Not entirely sure what I mean by that. Okay, I know what I mean, but I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to say it properly. Oh well. It's also interesting that Lithuania is still Romova, though syncretized with Orthodox. Syncretizing with Orthodox is probably good. Those bonuses are good. What I mean is Reformed posited a lot of ideas that were very critical of concepts like divine right or even a church hierarchy. Much more so than the Lutheran faiths, which were, well, middle line compared between the two. Okay, in terms of modern politics, with regards to the Reformation, the Catholics would be conservatives, well, center right, Lutherans would be centered left, and the Calvinists would be out there. Depending on who you ask, it's left or right. I'm not sure, but yeah. Besides, the whole concept sort of falls apart because, heck, the original context for left-wing, right-wing did not even exist during this time period. That had to wait until the French Revolution. So there's still 100 years left before... Come on. Before anything related appears. Right, I believe by this point it should be good. Send us over to Mitztitlan. Grab the provinces I want. Right, that might be a bit much. Oh well. And some that took a lot. However, I don't have to deal with any of the fallout myself, which is good. Right, should be... Okay, let's begin the annexation process. And let's have you come back. Right. This will finish in 6 years. Okay, 7 years. Almost. Alright, quit drilling. Wait for that to come back, and maybe take... Nah. I can take them on with low... Okay, maybe not that low? I need to think of it. Oh, and something I forgot to do was planning on building a small trade fleet down here. Gunship should do. At the very least, will help with combat. No, I believe Tintintun's fleet is... Okay, that's a lot of ships. Nothing compared to mine, but I'd rather not have to go through the hassle of transporting my fleet to the other side. Especially since I don't believe it would actually make it. So... preferably not. Right, let's go against two of them. Both of them. Of course, imperialism casts its belly. That head over to here and begin sieging. Light. Oh well, my vassals might be coming in to save the day down there. Well, save themselves. Ah. Queen Regency. It's 100 legitimacy. Jeez. This is the highest I've seen it in a while. And it's almost increasing too. And it's like 4 years at the most. Less than 4 years. I don't know the actual birth date though. Continue with current leadership. Yeah. Alright, let's see this last phase and then... But then I've stopped here. And I'll also grab tech before the end of January for sure. I wonder how long this will take. 6 days. Okay. Ha! Okay, spare them. Oh no, I'm not gonna go in and save that province. Something takes that much effort. How much war score do I have against you? 30. Well, among other things, I would like for them to return the provinces to Kumlana, plus send some over to them too. Some extra. Like this one. This one's a good province too, plus these. And possibly everything in here. I mean, why not? Kolaima's a country with a lot of institutions. At the very least, they have commercialization, which is extremely important that they have. They're getting casual literacy as well, though slowly. Mainly from me, probably. Anyway, so... I've been raising my... let's grab tech and then... I'll leave anything additional for next time. Why not? Ooh, a new unit type. I don't know what it is, actually. Okay. Leather guns to regimental guns. Better artillery. Right, habeas corpus. Yearly corruption minus 0.02, plus 5 to max centralization. Property insurance. Max colonial range plus 100, trade efficiency plus 2%. Improved bayonets, land morale plus 0.2, infantry shock plus 0.05, artillery shock plus 0.09, enables the regimental guns. I could gain innovativeness for everything, but I'd rather to save the points for something more useful, like next idea group. Should probably be an admin idea group. I might pick a military idea group. As well as reforms. I might actually end up doing this one now. I'm in the middle of a war, though, and there's also minor reforms I would like to do. This one isn't eventually, so... Right, as for stuff that happened, well... Won the war against Taleco, and yeah. Basically conquered this line. Okay, I guess that should be good enough to get an idea of what I conquered. Ooh. Ooh. If it gets any higher, I might actually be able to declare war on them, but I would have to be careful. Yeah, so I went ahead and declared war on, well, Coxcon is instead Sinsun-san as a co-belligerent. Because Coxcon is guaranteed by Sinsun-san. I'd like to, conquer them entirely. Sinsun-san is too large for me to do that. At least I presume so. Let's check. Oh, heck yes. Yep. Far too large. be far better if I were to just leave it. At least for the time being. Right, is there anything else? Oh yeah, the ruler died, which is why my legitimacy is so good. However, it's currently ruled over by a queen regent. However, the heir should be coming in less than 3 years, so... By the time January of 1973 rolls around, I'll have a new ruler with 60 executive authority. As long as the heir doesn't die any point soon, I certainly hope not. I've also been getting the nobles to be more loyal, which is important because I'm going to be doing a lot of things that lower loyalty soon. And there's something that I want. What about here? No, promoting and supporting commerce is a 10-year thing, if I remember correctly. I've also fixed my state reach problem, though it does cost me a bit of stability, as well as provincial corruption. Though that's helping. Provincial corruption is reducing, which is good. So I do need to look into other things. As of right now, there's only 2 laws left that raise provincial corruption. There's this, civil examinations, and then there's this, which, well, I don't want to do until I've weaned myself off of welfare, affecting my recruiting level. So, if I want to do things properly. Well, at the very least, it will be less noticeable, the effect of welfare. Instead, base manpower will be much more noticeable from state reach. Thanks to enlistment. Heck, I might get so much manpower, I'll have trouble figuring out where to spend it. My income's doing better again, though it's rather unstable because property is no longer being quite as effective as a source of money. Let's check on prices again. Yeah, soft prices are reducing, so is knowledge prices. In addition, luxuries are no longer quite as effective, and food and fuel prices are increasing, though not by much. Hardly noticeable. Most prices are reducing, which is probably a good sign. That means that more stuff is being reduced so that it will be easier for multiple people to supply themselves. Easier, though not necessarily the case, because lower cost of good also means that whoever owns the land will be getting less money for themselves, even if they happen to be working it. So, lower class owned land is doing, so the lower class is doing slightly worse, at least in absolute wealth, because they also happen to be the largest owner of property in general. Or one of the largest. The state is in fact the largest, at least for rural property. Urban property, it's definitely the lower classes though. The state has less. Oh well. Things are still at least doing reasonably well. I do have tons of points, so there's really nothing for me to do that needs points. In fact, that's part of the reason why I'm going on such a conquest binge at the moment. I've got the points to spare. I can do whatever I need to, with very few limitations. I am, however, not getting any more Diplo points, due to the fact that I'm annexing Zapotec, and the current Queen Regent only has 2 base skills, so +1 from here. In addition to the increased diplomatic reputation from high legitimacy, means that I'm spending as much as I'm gaining. Yeah. I wonder if there's room. Oh yeah. For this I need enlistment. Right. Once I get enlistment I can plug it. The question is though, do I want to do enlistment now or later? And that's the question I don't want to answer today. Yeah, it's been quite a session, especially since I needed to pay quite a bit of attention. As I'm going through multiple wars over and over again, especially since I have taken a long break from recording. Burned through most of my buffer. Yeah. Not to mention last week, and yes, well, at the time of this publishing, unless something goes wrong, not to mention last week was 5 videos, though that was to accommodate for the fact that I missed half of the week. Yeah, I've lost enough buffer so I can meaningfully say something about the upload schedule. Before I took the break, I had multiple weeks, and now it's less than a week, so yeah. Anyway, I'll see you again next time. Until then, bye.